Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Oh boy, this never happened to the other fellow. All right. Well, I'm back from Hawaii. Went to Hawaii, and did you know there is only one filming location for a Bond movie in all of Hawaii? And I was kind of shocked. I was kind of surprised because Hawaii is like such like one of those places where so many people go to visit. It's on the map as far as a destination to go visit. So I was surprised to find out that there's only one filming location in all of Hawaii, in Maui. It is the Piahi. Uh, is that Piahi Beach, also known as Jaws Beach, on the island of Maui. And yeah, when I say this doesn't happen to the other fella, there's several videos out on YouTube where they go right down to the beach. They have a lookout area. That was my goal. That was my goal. I was going to go there. I'm going to check out that filming location. Yet, however, that was not going to happen. Um, First, there's a couple of things that kind of made it impossible to get there. So, um, when you're on your anniversary and it's a trip, walking through a ton of mud and things like that's not high on the bucket list, at least not for your significant other. But let's say if I had gone there and visited alone, yeah, I would have made the trek through all the mud. Second thing working against me on this was the vehicle that I rented. And when I rented the vehicle, I'm not thinking um, the bond car that you would need to get all terrain. I'm thinking, hey, they're offering me this nice sporty car, so I'm gonna go with the cool car bond vibe. It's almost as if if they were to say to you, hey, do you want this Aston Martin? You could drive this Aston Martin if you want while you're on vacation, or would you like this Jeep Cherokee? It's one of those things where I'm just like, well, yeah, give me this. I've never driven that before, um, so yeah, I opted for the nice, cool sports car. It was fun to drive around in that for a few days, but as I pulled up the dirt road to where uh, Jaws Beach was, I get we get there, and the road, I could tell, it's washed out. There's this huge water puddle on the road, and you could see that it's deep, and then there's like this crest on the other side of it with another huge mud puddle behind it. There's no way my car was even going to get past that, much less. I'm not even thinking, well, I'm gonna, I'll get the car dirty to go down. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm looking at these holes, and I'm thinking, it's gonna just rip the bottom of this car right out of this rental. So I knew right away I wasn't going down there. Anyway, I wanted to make sure I was at the right place, so I got a good story. Turn around, and I'm starting to pull away, and there's one of the locals, lives right on the road, right where the trail begins. He's out checking his mail, so I rolled down my window. I said, hey, I'm trying to get to Piahi Beach, and the one Jaws where the huge waves are. And he goes, yeah, yeah, but he looks at the car. He's like, yeah, but you're not getting down there with that. There's no way you're going to get down there in that car. I mean, I already knew that. But so, but he tells me a couple of things. He says, well, let me tell you, it's overrated. He's like, going over there is way overrated. You get all the same waves kind of all along this whole north side. And he's just like, he goes, I don't think it's worth the hike to get back there for that beach. And then he's like, nobody's down there anyway. He goes, there's no big waves. The only time people go down there is when there's the really huge waves. And I could see why they wanted it for the beginning of Die Another Day. You've got the big waves, because normally when you're watching surfers, you'll see in some of these videos here that I've got, when you're watching the surfers, they don't get a really long run, but when the waves are, like 30 feet tall, like they'll get during certain times of the year. And then especially at this Jaws beach, apparently the waves are so big, they're going to get a really long run. So they were able to get some really good filming and some really good shots. And of course, the shots are all dark because those waves are usually during winter and when it's really, really bad weather. So and then of course it's just the wave shots only for Die Another Day. So as they're surfing, it's the wave shots only, and then when they get to any shore shots, that was in a whole nother country. So uh, it was cool to see. I did get close. It was right around the corner. So they were out surfing in a certain area. The surfers were out. And then kind of go over this other side and looked down the other way. You could see where the waves might be a little bit bigger, and they do crash up along the rocks that way towards Jaws Beach. There's they don't go all the way into a really nice sandy beach. It's rocks there, so that's a lot more dangerous. But so unfortunately, I didn't personally physically get to go down there. I could kind of see it off in the distance a little bit, but that's it for the one filming location as far as what they have filmed in Hawaii for any Bond movies. So I have thought about this. Why is there only one Bond movie ever where they've filmed um, Bond movies? Did he just not go to Hawaii? I haven't read all the books, so I don't know exactly, but um, probably has never gone to Hawaii. Maybe Ian Fleming never went to Hawaii, but I mean, he was in Jamaica, so he already had his tropical paradise that he enjoyed. So kind of, why go to Hawaii? It is pretty touristy. The Big Island. We were on the Big Island for half of our trip, and then on Maui the second half. Maui, extremely touristy, really caters more towards retirement and families and things like that, and just really tons of tourists there. On the Big Island, not as much. In certain areas, I'm sure there is, but we stayed over on another part of the Big Island, uh, in an Airbnb, way kind of like way out in the middle of nowhere, and I had this outside shower, a shared shower and bathroom area between a couple of huts, really, and kind of just lived a few days off of what we picked up at Costco, just for some munchies, some water and some munchies to have because there wasn't a whole lot around. Nice coffee though, great coffee over there. But yeah, kind of roughed it for a few days. Didn't realize that that's kind of how it was going to be, but it was kind of cool because we were close to all the different things we wanted to go see. But yeah, it made me wonder. Okay, so why not a bunch of Bond experiences in Hawaii? Why didn't Bond go to Hawaii so much? Well, I was thinking about the whole filming aspect, and this is a theory, maybe. The beach area in Hawaii, on all the islands, even if you have a big, huge resort or something. Now, in Jamaica, you go to a resort, the beach area along that resort, they claim it. They claim so it's like, well, you can't get down to that beach area unless you go through the resort. And that in Hawaii, you could walk all the beaches. It is public beach everywhere, even behind the resorts. It is public beach. So maybe that's why they were able to film very easily. I'm sure it took a lot to get the equipment down there to film because it's not an easily accessible beach for the Jaws Beach in Maui, but it's public. They could get down there. They can film all they want, and don't have to work through any kind of resort or anything like that to get there. So, I mean, I could see very easy to do any kind of beach filming there. It was easy to do beach visiting while we were there. Saw lots of turtles, got to swim with the turtles a bit, so that was nice. But, of course, land. Well, that's a little, a little harder to come by. So, uh, other areas of the world more exotic or just as exotic. Maybe it's more easily accessible for filming than a lot of places in Hawaii. But okay, so but that's my story as far as trying to get to the one filming location in Hawaii while I was there. And I mean, someday, who knows? Ever wind back up in that area, could try again. But not sure where the next destination in the future will be. But always trying to first thing I check. Oh, I'm going here. Was there a Bond filming location anywhere nearby? That's the first thing I look for, just to see if I could just stop by and catch some film of it and share it. All right. Well, thanks for watching this video, and appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.